Hello and welcome to the stream. Tonight we'll be beginning Batman Season 2 of the Telltale series. This is the series titled The Enemy Within, and by that title alone, I think it's going to be the opposite of the norm, where it's simply Batman fighting villains. I think it's going to be more introspective and dangerous. So, without any ado, actually, let me turn the music down. I'll have to do that when we get in there. So, without any ado, let's begin. I haven't gone into the game, so I have no idea if there's an opening cutscene. I'm trying to be as fresh and first time as possible. Very first thing I'll do though is turn the volume down if it's an issue. You tell me if it's okay. Subtitles on always. Master volume down a little bit and music down a little bit. That should do. Let's go. Oh, continue story. Would you like to import a save? Yes. Cool. I love that feature. Episode 1. Now, without seeing the cane, I would have said, oh, that looks like Green Arrow from the TV show. But no. Clearly Riddler, isn't it? Don't look down there, spoilers. One of Gotham's oldest and deadliest criminals has returned. The Enigma. Ah, that's fine. We're gonna go with red again. Sure, blue's nice. Yellow's too much Sinestro, or purple is just very regular Twitch, but no. I'll go with red. There's a twinge of Batman of the Future as well. Bear in mind the stream is only going to be an hour or an hour and 20 minutes long maybe, so after this I'll be streaming Rust as well. This game series adapts to the choices you make. The story is tailored by how you play.
One fateful night my parents gave their lives for me. They became my heroes. Their legacy untouchable. Until I learned the truth. My father, Thomas Wayne, was a criminal. He ruled over Gotham from the shadows. And everything I thought I knew about myself changed forever. The children of Arkham exposed the truth about my father to Gotham.
Yeah, I didn't like the truth.
Their attack turned friends into enemies and threw the city into chaos. I was committed to Arkham Asylum, where I escaped with the help of a mental patient named John Doe. After a bloody battle, I put an end to it all in the catacombs beneath the city. The Penguin, Two-Face, and Lady Arkham were the first real challenge I faced as the Batman, but they would not be the last.
Okay.
Spring has arrived in Gotham, and with it comes City Hall's quarterly crime report. Crime is way down since the fall of the Children of Arkham, marking another triumph for newly minted police commissioner.
Why is the description of this episode that an old enemy has returned?
Gordon credited his success to the public partnership between the police and the Batman. He praised the mysterious vigilante for his sacrifice, describing him as essential to the security of the city. Things are looking up, citizens. After the long, dark winter comes the thaw. Now, if only the Knights could win again, everyone would be happy.
The Virago. The guy mentioned the Knights. Is that the local sports team?
Lucky 13! There it is.
Rumi Mori, import-export magnate, one-time Pipex CEO, international arms dealer. The world sees Mori as a legitimate businessman. A philanthropist who gives to charity, not a criminal getting rich off the suffering of innocence. A masterful performance. I wonder, if a man hides in plain sight for that long, does he forget who he really is? What do you think, Master Bruce?
I think, yeah.
Must be hard to stay true to yourself.
I never forget who I am.
I don't. I never forget what drives me. Protecting the innocent from people like Mori. That stays the same no matter what mask I wear.
Don't I know?
Masks are hard to maintain. If there are cracks in Mori's, we'll find them.
The GCPD already bugged his penthouse and found nothing. Meaning that if he's doing arms deals in Gotham...
They happen on the casino floor. I need to find a way to hear what Mori is saying.
Standing by for support. Look for something with a microphone.
Okay.
The Bat computer can intercept his communications.
He certainly enjoys the good life, doesn't he?
Made a fortune running guns during the Arab Spring. Diversified into biotech shortly after. From what I understand, he's not one for pinching pennies.
So he spends a lot. Okay, so we can book his phone.
Well, looks like roulette is his Achilles heel.
He has a reputation for being lucky. But then you don't need luck when you own the house.
Exactly, that's the problem. The game keeps freezing.
Hotel security are guarding him particularly close.
A man like Mori counts more enemies than friends.
I wonder why that is. Consumer model. Could be a good way to hear Mori's conversation.
Should be easy to hack then.
Al, I'm hacking into Mori's phone.
Encrypting your signal. Last thing we want is for him to know you're here. We're in. You should be able to pick up audio from Mori's phone.
Is everyone enjoying themselves? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone with a badge.
He's on a roll. It's only a matter of time before he gets too chatty.
Try to blend in.
What if you buy him a round of drinks? Loosen the tongue?
So, I've been sitting over there wondering, what's Bruce Wayne doing in a place like this?
Checking it
I
out.
figured you went to fancier casinos. Someplace where only high rollers go.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm here undercover.
Don't worry, I can keep a secret.
You? What in the hell are you doing here?
Stop me if you've heard this one before. I begin and have no end. And I end all that begins. Who am I?
I don't give a damn. I told you 10 times. Our arrangement is over.
Go on, what do you
Death,
think it is?
Mori. I
I thought
death.
you would have given us more time to answer. My
Something's
answer would have
happening,
been death.
and it doesn't look like a deal.
The man in the hood. I remember him from your father's time.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's Riddler.
So it is the first time meeting Riddler.
Is something wrong? You seem distracted.
What do you think is wrong? Look who's
Bruce.
behind you.
You think your gibberish intimidates me?
Hello?
That's him. You'd better gear up.
How about we go back to my place?
Oh,
I'll call my driver. Meet me outside?
well, since you put it like that, I never do this, you know.
You know, me neither.
That's what he says.
No one threatens me in my own casino. Security!
Sir, it's time to leave.
For you? An easy one. What question can you never answer yes to?
I don't give a crap, let's go.
Wrong. The correct answer is, are you dead?
You could actually, if it's your dying breath.
Now, let's get started.
Get out of there. Get your suit.
I wonder if we can ditch the lady by saying, oh yeah, this big incident happened. Sorry, kinda lost you.
Al, let Gordon know what's happening.
Right away.
Hey, no one leaves! Get back inside!
Oh crap, I looked away for a second. I was looking over at the laptop because I thought the stream was stuttering.
Commissioner Gordon on the line, scrabbling audio now.
Damn it, last game I did the
Batman, what's the status?
prompts almost perfectly. Now I've already started with a failure.
Multiple gunmen, hostages at the casino. A madman in a mask.
Riddler's back in Gotham.
Riddler? He hasn't been seen in years.
Well, he's putting on quite a show.
I don't have any other option, okay.
There's a squad on the way. They'll be there shortly.
Be ready for a fight.
The music in this series is really good, by the way. I don't think I commented on that.
Please, please, we can make the deal. Anything you want.
Our issues can't be solved with handshakes, Maury.
This is what happens when you back out of a deal with me.
There's only one way you're getting out of this alive.
Over-engineered.
You have to solve a riddle. And I choose my words carefully if I were you. Listen closely.
No, please, don't do this.
Without fingers, I point. Without arms, I strike. Without feet, I run. Who am I?
I've got visual.
That drone fully functional.
Could be a clock.
I'll need a place to drop in without being noticed. Time for some recon.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? A mind bender that scratches at the very...
Some kind of torture device.
Doesn't seem like he's getting out until he guesses the riddle.
This Riddler certainly has an imagination.
conundrum that drives you to distraction. Rattling around.
Riddler's taken hostages, casino patrons, innocent bystanders.
And they're clearly not his main target. Must be an insurance policy.
Remember, choose your words carefully, Maury.
Cashier's booth. That'll do. Just need to take out the guard first.
But don't think you can just stall. I will get bored. You won't like that.
Okay.
Riddler.
A terror from the past. I never thought I'd see him on our streets again. He's not to be taken lightly.
It's looking different to any other film I've seen.
Audio playback fully functional.
Time for a distraction.
What the?
Shh, I'm hunting Riddlers.
I'm losing patience, Maury. Are you expecting a hint? Give me an answer!
You have actual control now. That's different.
Batman, we can't get in. The front's covered by gunmen and they've got the back barricaded with blackjack tables.
How should I deploy when we're inside?
I'm relying on your eyes and ears. What's the best course of action?
Tear gas.
We need a distraction. Find a way to limit their line of sight.
Sounds like
Way
a
too many
plan.
gunmen. These choices actually make a difference, it
You're
would seem.
completely insane.
No,
Frontal assault would be
I don't
terrible.
believe that's it.
Way too many. Ooh. Way too many innocents around.
I'll clear a path. Wait for my signal. Give them hell. We're counting on you.
Oh wait, I pressed both Q and E, I don't know what I picked.
Batman!
You're ahead of schedule. I'm a little busy right now, but I'll see if I can fit you in. Not him, the hostage! Shoot the hostage!
Yep, hostage doesn't have armor. Oh, crap. Yes. There's no point protecting one hostage because he could have gone for the other. Had to get rid of the weapon.
Hiya, Bats.
The Batman clearly isn't using his head. Break it open.
With pleasure.
I feel like I'm going slower than usual, like pretty delayed. Yeah.
I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since
This is
I left
the
town.
only threatening
Everyone's
Riddler stuff
very
I've ever seen.
impressed with you. I'm not impressed. Gotham's criminals have become zealots and thugs in cheap suits. And you, I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair. Eating my goddamn porridge. This is my city. Now I'm back, and I'm taking what's mine.
All you scum are the same. Only thing that changes is the mask.
Spoken like a man who sees the world in black and white. Allow me to broaden your spectrum. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are.
Gordon, now!
Completely at...
Yeah, I don't know much talking.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
There we go. Easy.
Clever, but not smart enough.
Clever? It's very simple, actually. You must be pretty dumb to
Let me show you
expect it.
how it was done. Back in the day.
This is the best incarnation of a Riddler staff I've ever seen. Pretty impressed. Even if I'm not yet decided about the Riddler himself.
Brawling like a common street hood. It just doesn't do it for me.
There's a button in there as well. All-purpose button. Jeez. Jumper coming down. What? Is that a grappling staff?
Follow the power
It just
lines.
gets better and
There
better.
must be a weak point.
On the bottom? There. The music's really good, like, it's building the tension, the pace. And at the same time, exhilarating.
You broke the cage. That's cheating.
Think I care about your rules?
I'd heard you were a man who followed a code. Why would you save that dirtbag's life? Maury made his money running guns, trading off the suffering of war.
I believe in justice. Maury deserves a trial in a court of law. If he's guilty, his cell will be right next to yours.
Justice. Ridiculous. Either way, you won't be the one to put me there.
You sure about that? It is a grappling staff. Finish it.
enough of this!
I like the multiple
how to
choice in
scrap.
combat as well.
I'll give you that. But it's not enough. Let's see how you do with something a little more cerebral. Better hurry, detective. Solve my puzzle soon. Or people are gonna get hurt. And we know you can't let that happen.
So much going on. It's much more intensive than the last one. I gotta say, it's not like this is some light years ahead of the previous game, but it's definitely a step up. So much going on. Oh, thank you.
You should have called us before going in, Gordon.
Tase guns.
Waller?
After all, we're here to help.
Achievement, all in a day's work. 1.1. Amanda Waller of... what was that group called? Argus. Yeah, scan before you touch it.
But nothing obviously dangerous. The Bat computer will be able to analyze further.
Puzzle box. Do we solve it? Like the actual player? Or do we just prod him to do it?
Your days are numbered, Bat Freak. We'll see each other again.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep one eye in the sky, jerk-offs. Heavens are gonna fall on your goddamn heads.
Tell me all about it down at the precinct.
The Riddler's right hand in custody. Not a bad result, all told. Riddler used to leave clues at all his crime scenes. Always thought he was smarter than the people trying to catch him. Thought we could use help dragging him down. He got a sick pleasure out of taunting us.
That's because he hadn't met me.
That's for damn sure. You don't know how glad I am you're here, working with the police. Riddler's heyday was a dark time in Gotham. For what we just saw, he hasn't mellowed with age.
So Jim was temporary
different editor
commissioner.
right
Is he
away.
still commissioner?
Commissioner Gordon.
He is.
Brace yourselves. Just so you know, this
I love
woman has
well-timed
a lot
answers.
of juice with the governor. Rub her the wrong way, I could end up on foot patrol till I retire.
My people are trained for situations like this, Gordon. We'd have Riddler in custody if you'd only picked up the phone. So, you're the legendary Batman. I've heard a great deal about you. So much so, I don't know if I should believe the hype.
And you are?
This is Amanda Waller, director of the agency.
What
Oh,
are the
it's
feds
the
doing
agency
here?
this time. Okay.
Riddler's their case. The GCPD has been asked to open our doors to them. Give them whatever they need.
We've been tracking that maniac for some time. No one knows more about him than we do. World-class criminals like Riddler. They're kind of our specialty.
If you were tracking him, why didn't you tell us he was coming?
We get a lot of unverified reports. I wanted to be sure.
Now we know.
Riddler used to be a player in Gotham back when Thomas Wayne and Falcone ran the city. He disappeared so suddenly and for so long, everyone thought he was dead. Everyone was wrong. Riddler's back, and if these theatrics are anything to go by, he wants the whole city to know. My people tell me you did some good work handling him, Batman. You and me? I bet we'd make a damn fine team.
Oh, not so sure.
I heard how you dealt with Lady Arkham. Not to mention the city's corrupt mayor, Dent. We could do great things together if we joined forces.
Whatever you think you can bring to the table, I don't need it.
You knew me even a little, you wouldn't hesitate. Trust me, you want me on your side. The only real problem with your setup is who you're working with. Local law enforcement clearly can't cut it.
I got a local crime rate says otherwise. Ms. Waller...
Please, Commissioner. Tear gas. In a hostage situation, we got an ambulance full of civilians with their eyes swollen shut. Not to mention you let Riddler slip through your fingers. You GCPD cowboys clearly don't know what you're doing.
Those were my choices, not his.
You're putting all this on me?
You're the commanding officer, aren't you?
You can't put this on Jim. I called for a distraction.
Thank you.
Then maybe you're not as impressive as I thought. I'm here to prevent this incompetence in the future. I gotta get a security detail on Mori while he's in the hospital. Agent Avesta will fill you in on what we know so far, as a token of interdepartmental cooperation.
The nerve on her. Don't tell these people a thing, especially about that puzzle. This is our town. We're the ones that'll catch Riddler.
Ooh, I thought she was gonna bite your head off for a second.
I'd like to see her try.
Special Agent Iman Avesta, Field Intelligence Specialist on the Riddler case. And my partner, Agent Blake.
How do you do?
I put together this psychological profile of Riddler.
I don't trust him.
You'll see when you read it. He's changed. For your eyes only, if you catch my drift. The target of the casino attack, Rumi Mori. Any idea what Riddler wanted with him?
Was that Catwoman's voice
We
actress?
figure it has something to do with why he's back in Gotham.
I heard them talking about some kind of deal.
Any idea what?
No, but it'd be safe to say they didn't come to terms.
Thanks. That's a help. I'm Gotham born and raised, you know. My dad ran a store in the shadow of City Stadium. I just wanted to say it's a real honor to meet you. I do have something I want to ask, though. The criminally insane. You're drawn to them, aren't you? There's something in you that pulls you towards the danger. The chaos, the energy.
I don't like what you're insinuating.
Of course, I...
Keep your pop psych evaluations to Riddler and stay out of my head.
I'm sorry.
Didn't mean for it to be so blunt.
I didn't mean to pry. I think I know you a little better now.
Maybe she's testing him.
I'll be in touch. Agent.
Batman, before you go, Gotham's your city. I respect that. But you should know I don't have to play nice. I'm letting you hunt the Riddler for now. You better share everything you find. Or this courtesy call is gonna become something you really won't like. You get me? There's a lot of ways this could go.
I don't take kindly to threats, Waller.
That is a reasonable response. Episode 1. The Enigma. Wayne Manor. Early in the morning. Eesh.
What an eventful evening. I've taken the liberty of preparing some refreshments.
Thanks, Al. I need to focus. Maybe music will help.
Alright. Ambient.
Something with a beat.
No. Not a very definitive beat, just ambient. That's not what I picked.
The computer is finished scanning the Riddler's puzzle box. It's ready when you are.
Let's get to work.
Do we have to have music on? Can we turn it off? No. Alright, whatever. Look at Catwoman.
Selina. She'll turn up again. I'm looking forward to it.
Catwoman. Selina Kyle, thief for hire. Selina Kyle came to Gotham to perform a number of robberies for the children of Arkham, though she eventually helped me stop them. She left Gotham during Lady Arkham's final assault on the city, and I don't know whether she'll ever return. Despite our differences, I enjoyed sparring with her. Two-Face. Harvey Dent, corrupt mayor of Gotham. Harvey Dent was once a promising mayoral candidate, and one of my closest friends. I supported his campaign and his vision for Gotham. After he was attacked by the children of Arkham, he became Two-Face, a violent and deeply paranoid criminal. During his brief stint as mayor, he used his authority to enforce martial law throughout the city. Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, revolutionary. That's very different to the other Cobblepots I know who are usually just businessmen. Hey, thank you for the follow, Frozen Rust 1. Is that how you pronounce it? Oh, thank you. I shall change that. My mistake. I was playing Rust earlier. I'll be playing Rust after this though, so come back in an hour and I'll be doing that. Anybody that's tuned in for Rust, I apologise. Go do something for an hour and come back later. This is the first time playing this game, so I didn't set it. The enemy, there it is. Thank you very much for that, telling me that. Each of these episodes is like an hour and 20 minutes, but after that will be Rust. No problem, Frozen. Thank you very much for letting me know. I had no idea. Appreciate it. Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, revolutionary. Oswald Cobblepot was a terrorist, anarchist, and my oldest friend. Born to one of Gotham's most prestigious families, he lived abroad after his mother was committed to Arkham Asylum by my father. He returned to Gotham to join the children of Arkham, seeking revenge on my family for destroying his. Lady Arkham. Vicky Vale, terrorist leader. There's a lot of spoilers in here for the first season, by the way, if you haven't seen, so... what's the word? I forget the phrase. She recruited... wait. Where's the bit? Oh, the first bit. Vicky Vale was a well-known and respected reporter at the Gotham Gazette, but she was born Vicky Arkham, a victim of my father's criminal activities. She created her alter ego, Lady Arkham, and her terrorist organization, the Children of Arkham, to destroy Gotham's elite. I defeated her, but I don't know if she is alive or dead. Her body was never found. That's a worrying thought. Oops, it's not escape to leave, just right click. So and then there are spaces here for more characters, probably from this series. What else? Batsuit. Where's my mouse? There. 2 batsuits.
No one beats Lucius's handiwork.
Batsuit, previous model. My suit always takes a lot of damage, but still does what it's supposed to do: hide my identity, intimidate criminals, and keep me alive. This batsuit was damaged in fights against the Children of Arkham and Harvey Dent's paramilitary troops. Lucius has since given me an even better version of the suit. I hold on to this one to remind me to never let my guard down in battle. Grapple gun. Fires long-range grappling hook. This gun allows me essential freedom of movement around the city, whether that's from building to building or straight up from a crowd of enemies. Batarangs, military-grade titanium weapon. A few of these can clear out a room full of gunmen, heavy, sleek, and extremely sharp. Smoke grenades, projectiles emitting non-lethal smoke. These grenades create a smoke screen that confuses enemies and allows me to hide, striking from the shadows. Stunner. Administers instant electric bolt. This device can stop a criminal cold with a powerful electric shock. It's flashy and unsubtle, but it's guaranteed to incapacitate a target no matter their size. Hey Grape, welcome back. How's it going? Batsuit. Early prototype. My suit always takes a lot of damage, but still does what it's supposed to do. Oh, blah blah blah. This is an older model of Lucius Fox's design. I had to revert to it after my batsuit was damaged in a fight with Lady Arkham. It's not as advanced, but that's good. That's a very blunt statement, but that's good. I never want to be too reliant on technology. Anchor. Heavy grappling device. I don't know why that's gone the wrong order. Anyway. I can't be everywhere at once, but this design makes it easy to take care of business from across a room. Whether that business is wresting weapons away from criminals or stopping something heavy from falling on bystanders. There we go. What about these on the bottom? I don't get to look at these? Okay. Batmobile.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Of course. Alright, let's get on with this.
No explosives detected, no radioactivity. Nothing dangerous at all so far. Computer, run another scan. I want to be absolutely sure this thing is safe.
Also, I took the liberty of digging up everything I could find on the agency. There's plenty here. Know your enemy and all that.
Oh. Alfred.
It comes and goes. Ever since the kidnapping and all the other business with Lady Arkham.
Alfred.
No, don't you worry about me. I should be fine. It was worse after my first tour of duty.
Your family, Alfred. We worry about family.
Thank you, Bruce. It'll pass. Working always helps.
I'm sure it does. Just take it easy. My computer's changed quite a lot. Alright, Gotham Feed. What we got? Gotham Media Feed. Gotham Citizens Support GCPD Batman Partnership by Julia Martins. Despite some heavy criticism from elected officials, the Gotham City Police Department's public partnership with the mass vigilante known as Batman has been a rousing success with the city's population. Across the board, crime in the Gotham City limits has been down from the previous year, with violent crimes hitting a record low. Though some on the City Council have raised concerns about Batman's hidden identity and his operation outside the restrictions of the law, it doesn't appear to be hurting public opinion. Oh, I read that the wrong way, but whatever. I don't care who he is, I care that he makes things safer, said grocery store owner Wayne Barton, whose business has seen a 50% spike in sales after dark in recent months. Oh, after dark as in late at night, I see. Council member Gail Rich is sympathetic to business owners like Barton, but she maintains, until we know who this Batman is, I don't think we can ever be truly safe. Wayne Enterprises stock hits record high, by Mark Phillips. Wayne Enterprises stock hit a record hit a record high of $120 per share today during afternoon trading, surpassing its previous high of $115 per share over a year ago. The record high is the latest event in the company's recent hot streak since Bruce Wayne returned to the company as CEO last year, following his brief ouster. Wayne was removed from the CEO position last year and replaced with Oswald Cobblepot in a move that resulted in Wayne publicly assaulting Cobblepot and being briefly admitted to Arkham Asylum. Wayne has since claimed the assault was the side effect of a drug injection at the hands of former Gazette reporter Vicky Bale, who conducted criminal business under the name Lady Arkham. Dent trial date pushed back again. By Kate Clark. She was a reporter in the last game. I don't remember if those guys were. I think there were too. A federal judge has delayed the start of former Gotham Mayor Harvey Dent's criminal trial by several more months, following the departure of the defendant's entire legal team. The team, led by attorney Brandon Hoffman, announced they were recusing themselves in a pre-trial hearing on Monday morning. Instead, Dent, who previously served as Gotham's district attorney, has insisted on representing himself in the trial. In a statement in court, Hoffman said, "I no longer feel I can defend Mr. Dent to the best of my ability." Judge Harriet Stokes then moved to delay the trial for 2 more months while Dent prepared his case. This is the 4th delay to the trial and the 3rd set of attorneys to part ways with Dent, who is facing multiple charges of murder, criminal negligence, and fraud. Gazette Investigation. What is the Agency? By Julian Martins. It seems Batman is no longer the most mysterious crime fighter on the streets of Gotham these days. Multiple sources from law enforcement have confirmed within the Gazette that a mysterious governmental entity known only as the Agency has begun conducting operations in the city recently. On the record, there is no evidence of any federal crime-fighting organization by this name, but many sources, who have requested anonymity, have confirmed that the Agency has been present at several recent crime scenes and exerted considerable authority. "I have no idea who these people are, but when they show up, they are in charge," one officer said. "They act like they know what they're doing, but with no way to check their track record, I guess we have to take them at their word." Officials say Cobblepot model prisoner. X is too scared. Unless he's raising a revolution. What's he going to do in jail? In stark contrast with the ongoing saga of Harvey Dent's legal battle, former Wayne Enterprises CEO and convicted domestic terrorist Oswald Cobblepot is a model prisoner at Blackgate Prison. Hey, Quiet, welcome back. And thank you. I keep messing up though by misreading things. Much worse than usual. The man who briefly aligned himself with the terrorist organisation, Children of Arkham, pleaded guilty to all charges against him earlier this year. He was sentenced to 40 years to be served in Blackgate. Observers and legal experts were surprised at Cobblepot's decision to forego a hearing in court, but from all accounts he appears to be enjoying his new life in jail. "We don't have a bad thing to say about him," said one Blackgate guard, who wished to remain anonymous. You get talking to him and he's actually pretty charming. He's super smart." Smart prisoners. Gotta wonder what they're up to. It shows us there's more to scroll to, but there isn't. There will be Rust after this. This is probably only going to be an hour and 20 minutes, like the first game. And after that, I'll be playing Rust. So far it's been 44 minutes, so I guess I'm going very slowly. Whoops, I backed out. I finished going through the files. Agency files.
The Agency.
Here we go.
The public face of a shadow committee of military leaders, intelligence experts, and government officials. Civil rights violations, domestic black sites, decentralized accountability.
This information, it's all before Waller took over the director position. Perhaps she's given them a new direction.
Maybe, but the agency's empowered to override local law enforcement with impunity.
Batman's got some competition in town. I wonder if we need be worried about losing our unpaid and thoroughly exhausting job. I mean,
the Riddler's a flashy homicidal maniac with a thing for puzzles, and Waller and her agency might be just as dangerous.
Again, Waller may be running a more ethical operation these days.
To answer your question, Quiet, we were playing on the short server, but now I'm playing on the long server, so You know exactly what to look for. But you'll see which one in an hour or so anyway. You're welcome to join, of course. Bit of background.
Yes. Riddler terrorized this city long before you were Batman.
Gotham's original costumed criminal.
The original?
Yes. To have him returned, it's unsettling. I remember when he was the scourge of the underworld. Even Carmine Falcone gave him a wide berth. He was presumed dead for so long. Why come back to Gotham?
Well, he seemed to have a prior relationship with Mori. Some kind of axe to grind. Let me upload the rest of this to the Codex. The agency realized Riddler was still alive when he orchestrated a...
So for those of you who are new to this series, it's kind of two-sided. There's a lot of talky bits and information gathering, and then there's like an investigation side of that. But then on the flip side, there is high-speed action with what do you call it? When you have to press actions. I can't remember the term for it. But you have to react quickly and press keys to do certain actions. So there's two big sides to this game. So if you're thinking the whole game is going to be slow, it's not. It's got some balance. You spent some time with this? Oh, okay, okay.
Prison break at Peña Duro.
My men here say you let yourself get caught, Mr. Riddler.
Just Riddler.
Why willingly turn yourself in?
Oh, Mr. Warden, to get everyone else out, of course. That wasn't obvious.
The man's deranged. If you ask me, he needs help. He's clearly sick. The man is in urgent need of a doctor.
I know just the place for him.
Arkham, please.
Plenty of room at Arkham Asylum.
Next to him, most of the inmates seem like a picture of health.
What was that?
You should see your face. Its confusion is delightful. I think I'll take it with me.
Oh no. Taking his face?
I take everything back.
Codex. Oh, there's a lot here. Alright, let's whiz through these. Here we go. Let's not stumble. James Gordon. Over the past year, my partnership with Jim has flourished. I finally won his trust, and Gotham City is a better place for it. Batman used to be hidden in the shadows, but Jim has helped me step into the light and find legitimacy. For that, I'm grateful. I think Jim is finally settling into his new role as police commissioner. It's been a difficult transition, and I was going to say transmission. It's been a difficult transition, and I don't think he'll ever be comfortable with the tragic way he received his promotion. But I trust he'll use his newfound authority to make this city a better place. Gotham is lucky to have him, and so am I. I couldn't ask for a better partner. Renee Montoya. Things are looking up for Jim Gordon's favourite true blue cop. Renee Montoya was recently promoted to detective after she was exonerated of the murder of Carmine Falcone. It was evidence I provided that proved she was under the influence of Lady Arkham's drug when she committed the crime. I admire Renee's dedication to law enforcement and fierce loyalty to Jim. It's evident that she lives for her work, often at the cost of her personal life. Sounds like a problem with both share. Lucius Fox. There would be no Batman without Lucius Fox. In a sense, he's built me, from Batsuit to Batmobile. Everything I am, everything I've become, I owe to him. A brilliant engineer and trusted confidant, Lucius is one of the few people I can depend on in this world. Read that weird, but whatever. In addition to being Wayne Enterprises' technological leader, I've entrusted him to run a secret R&D wing where he designs and develops new bat tech. Alfred Pennyworth. I'm not my father's son, I'm Alfred's. After my mother and father were murdered, he was the one who did the hard work of raising me. It couldn't have been easy for him, making sure he instilled the right values and steered me away from the vices of my father. Steadfast, true and compassionate, Alfred knows me better than anybody. Certainly better than I know myself. He's my moral compass and my best friend. Last year he was kidnapped by Lady Arkham. I'm still riddled with guilt over what happened. I just hope he can recover from the emotional trauma of the ordeal. All I want for him is to be healthy and happy again. Iman Avesta. That's that slightly weird lady. It was Special Agent Iman Avesta who handed me the psychological profile on Riddler. I don't know much about her, other than that she's a Gotham native and seems to have the confidence of Amanda Waller. She's also a huge fan of Batman, which is somewhat relieving. Maybe I can use that to my advantage in further dealings with the agency. Amanda Waller. I got my first glimpse at Amanda Waller outside the casino after Riddler's grisly attack on Rumi Mori. Excuse me? Outside the casino? That whole cutscene was inside the casino, wasn't it? Am I wrong about that? A former congressional aide and political science PhD, Waller's irrepressible ambition has shot her straight to the top of the government's top covert law enforcement organisation, the agency. She's recently been promoted to regional director with a jurisdiction that spans the entire northeastern United States, including Gotham City. Gordon doesn't like her, that much is clear. Understandable. She's a force of nature who is threatening his turf. I just wish I knew more about her intentions towards Gotham. She seems like she could be a powerful friend, but an even more powerful enemy. Vernon Blake. Special Agent Blake. Avesta's terse partner. I met him as Batman after Riddler's attack on the casino. Not much to say about him at the moment. The Riddler. The Riddler is an old name in Gotham, one we thought was gone for good. He was dangerous enough that even Carmine Falcone, Mayor Hill, and my father left him alone. An international terrorist wanted by Interpol and hunted by the agency. The Riddler's modus operandi. Try saying that 10 times fast. No, I'm not Australian playing on EU servers. I live in the EU. The Riddler's modus operandi is to torture and kill his marks by forcing them to solve his macabre riddles. It's riddles. I can't read in this game full of reading words. Today my brain is failing me. It might be because I spent most of the day playing Rust where I just didn't have to read, and then suddenly I'm faced with walls of text. I don't know. I'm also a bit tired, but whatever. According to the agency's profile on him, Riddler's got a genius-level IQ and exhibits signs of narcissistic and obsessive-compulsive personality disorders. He's cruel, calculating, and merciless, and I will bring him down. Yes, correct, quiet. Rumi Mori. There are two sides to Rumi Mori. The face he shows to the public and the person he really are. Excuse me? Person he really is. Who writes this? There are so many errors. There were in the last game, there are in this game. Not so many right now, but that's an obvious error. The person he really is. The person he keeps in the shadows, hidden from the prying eyes of polite society. Mori wants everyone to believe he's a modern citizen. He paints his public persona with philanthropy and a seemingly legitimate business empire. But take a closer look behind the mask and you'll catch a glimpse of the real Rumi Mori, war profiteer and murderer. He made his fortune running guns across the Arab Spring, and soon after diversified into high-tech weaponry. Of course, Mori's illicit activities have never been proven in the court of law. Riddler had some bone to pick with Mori. Perhaps that's why he targeted him at the Virago. It's not surprising a man like that would have enemies. I wonder how he made one of the Riddler. Yes, indeed, quite. There's a lot on that long server, and I was there when the short server was wiped. I don't play Rust enough for the short server to be worth it, but the long server is just fine. Remember, it's the first time I'm playing it in 2 years, so I'm not going to just suddenly switch to playing only that. The Agency. One of the nation's most clandestine international security organizations. The Agency operates in the darkest shadows of the criminal justice system. Not much is known about their day-to-day operations, but what little information I can dig up about them is that the Agency's influence is awe-inspiring, stretching across international borders and reaching the highest echelons of political power. Okay, quiet. I know you want to talk about Rust, but this is a Batman stream, so please save it for the Rust stream, instead of delaying the Rust stream by talking about it. Understand? Thomas Wayne. My father and possibly the worst criminal the city has ever known. Thomas Wayne. I once thought he was a hero, a man who died trying to protect my mother and I from the bullet of a common crook. I was wrong. I found out the truth about my father not long ago. He wasn't the philanthropic doctor he pretended to be. He was a monster who amassed our family's wealth by drugging and gaslighting Gotham's wealthiest families and robbing them of their fortunes. He devastated lives and destroyed minds. To rob someone of their sanity is... What? I didn't click that, I dragged. So if I drag a scroll bar and let go on that, you idiots, who programmed this? To rob someone of their sanity is one of the worst things you can do to a person. I would know. Lady Arkham robbed me of mine as recompense for my father's sins. I hope that debt is paid. I want nothing more than to leave his dark legacy in the past. My apologies if you can hear shouting in the background. My housemates are very inconsiderate. Martha Wayne. My mother, the mystery. I witnessed her and my father's assassination when I was just a child, so my memories of her are few and far between. It's few. It's R, not A. Memories of her are few and far between, but I cherish each one. It's hard enough to read walls of text without them also having grammatical errors in there. It's disappointing, really. It's unclear what she knew, or how involved she was with my father's crimes, but there's a part of me who wants to believe the best about her. Maybe she was left in the dark, maybe she tried to stop him, I just don't know. I need to believe that there is a part of me that is good, and that part is my mother. Now I have several housemates. I've moved around a lot, and it was kind of cheap to do that. But now it's more of a nuisance than anything. Now that I'm on a stable job, I'm trying to save to have my own place, like I used to long ago. Gotham City. Population 10.5 million. Gotham City is more than my hometown, it's my passion project. When I look out onto that skyline, I don't see a city, I see a living, breathing organism that keeps evolving, adapting to new threats. I must adapt with it. The criminals this place attracts are no different. There was a time when all you had to worry about was wise guys and street thugs, but crime, too, has evolved. The crime rate might go down, but the villains are becoming more and more bizarre, more terrifying. Sometimes I think crime is a virus that keeps mutating into more virulent strains and the city is sick with it. I'll let Batman be the cure. Arkham Asylum, established November 1921, Gotham City's only maximum security psychiatric hospital. I was committed here for a couple of days after I was drugged by Lady Arkham and was incited to attack Oswald Cobblepot. So this place doesn't exactly hold the best of memories for me. That's one of the reasons I'm renovating it. Once outdated and dilapidated, Wayne Enterprises has promised to bring this antiquated system into the 21st century by turning it into a state-of-the-art mental health facility. Wayne Enterprises established 1870. Multinational corporation founded by my ancestors, covering all manner of technology, manufacturing and finance. I inherited a majority stake from my parents and have recently become more involved in its day-to-day operations. So far so good. Stocks are up and Wayne Enterprises' R&D department is developing some pretty exciting new technologies. Crime Alley, Park Row, Gotham City. The squalid downtown alley where my parents were assassinated. The street across from the Monarch Theatre is the place my childhood ended and the rest of my life began. Violently. I installed a plaque there to honour my parents, before I knew the truth of my father's criminality. There's no need for a comment there, that made me read it weird. Gotham City Police Department HQ. Man, that looks like a dump. The GCPD is Gotham's first line in defense against criminals, both mundane and bizarre. When mobster Carmine Falcone was in power, he kept at least half the force in his pocket, but not all of them. James Gordon was one of the few he couldn't corrupt. Since Falcone and Mayor Hill were taken down, Gordon has worked to clean up the corruption in the department. Crime rates have fallen dramatically since Gordon took over as police commissioner. Since Wayne Enterprises pledged to rebuild Arkham Asylum, the GCPD has worked closely with the facility to determine which criminals should go to Arkham for rehabilitation and which belong in Blackgate Prison. That's it. That's all. Right, finally. Jeez, that took a while.
Let's see what Riddler's little gift is all about.
Solve my puzzle soon, or people will get hurt. Riddler's MO hasn't changed in all these years.
It's a record.
There's writing engraved along the rim. I have an eye, yet cannot see. Who am I?
What? That sounds familiar. I've heard it before.
Don't happen to remember the answer, do you?
Sadly, no.
Just play the record. It's a needle. You need a needle to play the record.
The eye of a needle.
But how does that relate to the object in question?
It's a record.
Maybe it's telling us how to use it.
Yes.
Sounds very plausible.
It's so obvious.
Look at these strange grooves.
They seem groovy, like music. Maybe that's a clue. Maybe if we boogie with this thing.
Never forget.
So anyway, it looks like the game sets us up to know exactly how to use this, because right at the start of this cave we put music on the record player.
Needle. A record needle.
Duh.
Halfway there, Batman. Means you've got half a chance of stopping a whole lot of pain. To be honest, you're already doing better than I thought. But don't sit around feeling pleased with yourself. Unless you want to see me tear this city apart.
I suppose you're going to look in there.
An open invitation from the Riddler? Of course. Huh. Looks like I'm manipulating radio bands or waveforms. Something. I'm not sure what I'm looking at or how any of it is actually displaying.
And that sound.
What? Oh, I'm not really sure about any of it. Get Lucius on the line, will you?
I don't like this. Seems like a trap.
Hey, Alfred.
Good morning, Lucius. I hope we're not interrupting your breakfast.
My youngest is probably stealing all the bacon, but duty calls. What's up?
This is a puzzle from the Riddler. There's a strange waveform pattern I can manipulate inside that needs your expertise.
Yeah, okay. I can meet you at Wayne Tower in a little bit. We'll, fire up the R&D lab.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important, Lucius.
No, don't worry about it. It's actually gonna be a big day for me. Tiffany starts at Wayne Enterprises.
Tiffany? Really?
Your daughter, working alongside you. How wonderful.
Oh,
certainly is.
That's adorable.
Bruce, I'll see you soon.
Bye, Lucius. Can't wait to see Tiffany.
Access the Bat computer at any time by entering the Batcave from the main menu.
I'll be at Wayne Tower.
Good hunting, Bruce.
Achievement 1.2. New game in 10. I have a suspicion this is going to be a lot longer than the first game. Wayne Tower. It was an hour to an hour and 20 minutes each time. Now it's already past an hour, and I've only reached 2 chapters into this episode. Usually it was 6 in the first game.
Glad I caught you. I have some good news to share.
Good to hear it, Regina. It's what I've come to expect, with you as Wayne Enterprises chairperson.
I just talked to the board, and they couldn't be more pleased with the progress of the Arkham remodel. Seems like you made the right call when you decided to take that contract over the GCPD's. The Gazette's running a piece about it.
Look, I would love to hear all the details, but I've got a meeting with Lucius I've got to run to.
Well, I don't mean to pry, but what's in that case? Seems like an odd thing to be carrying around the office.
Oh, this? No. This is just something for Lucius.
I see. Well, I've got a meeting I've got to run to. We'll pick up this conversation this afternoon.
Sounds great.
Questioning what he's carrying around. She's out of line. Bruce is the CEO. She shouldn't be questioning him.
You're in my chair.
Just updating the encryption on your bat tech. But if you want me to stop?
Oh no, the seat is all yours.
This is the thing you were talking about?
One of Riddler's puzzles. Some kind of test.
Show me.
Shut the door first. Whatever.
Any idea what he's planning?
Not yet. That's why I need your help. If his history is anything to go by, he left us a clue. A psychological profile of Riddler.
Knowing how his mind works, this should come in handy.
No sign of explosives or poison. Already scanned for that in the cave.
Would you look at that? Micropulse waveform. The sound it's giving off.
A signal, maybe? I couldn't decipher it. I was hoping you could help with that.
I'll see what I can do. Shouldn't take long.
What in the...
It's not one of mine.
Think fast.
Is that his daughter's?
Hi, Dad.
I thought so.
Tiffany?
Hey, Bruce.
My God, Tiffany.
It's been a while.
Sneaking out of orientation your first day?
I just wanted to say hi to my new boss.
Yeah, sneaking into the CEO's office.
I got you a present. A micro-drone prototype I developed in my spare time. High-end AV, stealth black shell, programmable for autonomous observation. Small, quiet, and super smart. Just like its designer. Not bad, huh?
Thank you.
You always had a thing for toys.
It's a mini version
so
of the
hard to know
drone.
what to get a man who has everything. So I made you some tech the government would be jealous of.
I love it. Thanks, Tiffany.
Well, I guess it's not bad.
Not bad. See what I had to deal with growing up? Huh. There's something different about you.
There is?
Different to what?
I can't quite put my finger on it. But you look... You look...
Well, please just don't say old.
Well, now that you mention it.
Hey, play nice. Bruce has had a rough year.
Interesting.
Don't.
Too late. Already touching.
Just be careful.
What a strange thing. The circuitry design. It's elaborate and unorthodox. Almost intentionally so. Like whoever put it together was kind of showing off. Huh. Micro pulse waves? It's just weird. Seriously, what is this thing? I've never seen anything like it. It's like whoever made it.
Oh, well, your clearance level isn't high enough to tell you that, Tiffany.
It's not high enough now. Give me a few weeks and I'll know all your secrets.
Yeah, sure.
He's being serious. This is above your pay grade.
Come on, guys. Clearance? You two don't have the slightest idea what this thing is, do you? You guys are lucky I'm here to help.
Help with...
Figure this freakish thing out.
Tiffany did graduate first in her class at Cornell in molecular engineering.
Let me take a crack at it. I can help you get to the bottom of this. Figure out what it does.
All right, if you think you can help, then be my guest.
Oh, I know I can help. I just gotta let him know that I won't be finishing up orientation.
No problem.
Oh, I was planning on swinging by the manor after work to see
Finish
Alfred.
orientation first.
I heard he wasn't doing so well.
Don't skip class.
That he's having some issues with his health?
He
nice
would
option.
love that.
I hope he isn't still angered with me and Luke about that incident with the China.
Well, you know Al. No one messes with his dinnerware.
No one. Fold up? No?
Catch you guys later.
Looks like it should fold up.
Welcome aboard, Tiffany.
Thanks, boss.
All right, then.
Lucius, you
Time to
can't just
crack
walk
this
in like
puzzle.
that.
I never told her, you know. Told her what I really do at Wayne Enterprises. What we do. If you're willing to pull her into this Riddler project, why not consider bringing her into the fold?
No,
into the mission?
No.
We're
One
going
step
to
at a
need
time.
help. If we're going to be dealing with the likes of Riddler. And we can trust her.
Too dangerous.
You know how dangerous our business is. I couldn't live with myself if something happened to Tiffany. I'm just gonna have to say no.
It's your secret to tell.
Yes, it is.
May I just say, burdens are lighter when carried by many.
Well,
Yeah, and the
shall we go
secret
down to the lab?
isn't really a secret.
Actually,
more
the
people know
equipment we
it.
need is down in my office. We'll get this taken care of in no time.
Mr. Wayne,
Yes?
I'm Special Agent Avesta. This is my partner, Special Agent Blake.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a bit.
Yep.
I'll be down in my office. Whenever you, get done here.
See you later, Lucius. Good chat.
Oh yeah, one of the best.
You went a bit Canadian.
Sorry
there.
for the
Oh, yeah.
unannounced visit. We're with the agency's behavioral analysis unit. We just came by to ask a few questions.
I sure hope I'm not in any trouble.
Oh, everyone's in some amount of trouble. It's my job to find out just how much.
Uh-huh. The file. That one only.
This office, it really represents you.
Well, I'd like to think so.
Hide it now.
Is this you?
Yes. The little
Yeah.
one.
How old?
I don't know, 7, 8, maybe?
So happy. After everything you've been through, I don't know how you still do it.
Do what, exactly?
It wasn't long ago when you were the most hated man in Gotham, yet you still give so much back to the city. Why do you continue to help Gotham? Most people wouldn't be so charitable after that.
How's it going down there?
I, left that file on your desk. Think you could bring it down?
I'll be down in just a second. Sorry about that. What were you saying?
I was saying you're a bit of a mystery.
What is it you want?
The agency recently brought me in to draft a psychological portrait of the Riddler. We've been tracking him for months, but haven't been able to find him.
Riddler? That psycho from the news?
I thought you'd be interested, considering your history.
My history?
A lot of things happened to you last year, and not all of them were good.
Right.
You helped the GCPD capture Oswald Cobblepot,
True.
better known as the Penguin.
You want us to help you?
He was a terrorist, a member of the Children of Arkham.
In the same way.
And your friend. Come to think of it, you've been associated with quite a few psychopaths over the years.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. The criminally insane. They seem drawn to you. Either that, or you're often in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes, having money and fame makes you an easy target. I've had my fair share of crazies knocking on my door.
Like this guy. I think you'd know him as John Doe.
We understand that it was during your stay in Arkham where you and John met and became friends.
Not friends.
From the sound of it, you two were close.
John may very well say that, yes.
But not you?
A conversation in a mental hospital does not make us friends, much less close.
I see. According to hospital records, you and John were involved in a riot.
They captured the whole incident on video.
I saw you flee after John cut another inmate, a man named Victor Zaz.
Yes.
Several people were hurt.
I got out of there as fast as I could.
I don't blame you. You must have been scared. John was discharged from Arkham months ago. No one has seen or heard from him since. I was thinking maybe you have.
Why would you think that?
He listed you as his emergency contact.
Really?
Sounds like you two were pretty close to me.
I did not agree to that. Why would he write down my name?
It's obvious. You're important to him.
Well, I haven't seen or heard from him, so... Did he do something wrong?
He's a person of interest. You see, we've got a wall in the office with a bunch of photos pinned to it. Two-Face, Penguin, Lady Arkham, you know, Gotham's most notorious. They've got all these little strings connecting them to one another, like a web.
And you're in the middle of it.
And you, my friend, are at the center.
It's like I wrote the script.
You keep pretty strange company for someone who wants everyone to think they're such a stand-up guy.
Every association you've made so far has been investigated by the authorities or covered by the press. I have nothing to hide.
All you do is hide. Hide behind the press, behind your money, your power. I think it's all an elaborate mask. You know more than you're letting on, Mr. Wayne. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you don't trust us. Or maybe you're a criminal, like your father.
That's
maybe
really
you're
rude.
not the hero people think you are.
You've got the wrong idea. That's an evacuation warning. It's time for you to leave.
We'll pick this up another time.
What's wrong, Lucius?
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking? What did you figure out?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce.
It's a homing beacon.
Riddler really pulled a good one over on us. I might still be able to disable it, but...
Lucius, please tell me what's wrong.
Tell Tiffany that I love her. That I'm sorry I wasn't around more.
Lucius?
We really made a difference, didn't we, Batman?
Lucius!
Yeah, it's a homing signal for a missile or something.
Lucius!
Damn it.
No!
One killed and 14 injured after a truck.
Achievement 1.3. Goodbye, old friend, or something like that. You asked why didn't I press get the hell out? Because this person is investigating Bruce. We don't just lose our temper against her and then make things worse. You've got to be very careful. The more you cooperate, the smoother things will go.
Tragic explosion.
The GCPD is opening an investigation into what they are calling an industrial accident.
Wayne Enterprises' Chief Technology Officer Lucius Fox died last Tuesday in the violent blast. A small service is being held for the tech giant and father of 3 at Divinity Church this Sunday.
You were always there for me, Lucius. From the very beginning. I'm gonna miss you.
He was a good man. To lose him like this, it's hard to bear.
I don't like this. Just
Lucius helped raise you, Bruce. It was family.
Divinity Church.
Riddler's attack on the casino was one thing, but this is personal. We can't let him get away with it. Riddler struck at the heart of our operations and tore a family apart in the process.
Don't worry, Al. I will find him and bring him to justice. He will spend the rest of his life behind bars.
I'm glad to see your sense of duty still reigns supreme.
Always.
Of course, it won't bring poor Lucius back. I can't imagine how devastated she must be. To lose her father in such a violent way.
I should go talk to her.
Yes. She can use all the support she can get.
Hey, Tiffany.
I still can't believe he's gone. None of this feels real.
Anything I can do?
Your dad was like family to me. If there's anything I can do, anything at all, please let me know.
Thanks, Bruce. I appreciate it.
Oh crap, I should have said I know how you feel because he lost his parents too. Crap.
They hardly saw him at home because of it. Mom used to complain my little brother was growing up without a dad. Now I guess it's true.
Yep.
He was so busy. I can't remember the last time I got to hang out with him. Just father and daughter.
Oh.
Just thought there'd be more time. There were so many things I wanted to talk to him about.
I know it's no consolation, but the work your father was doing, it was important.
More important than family.
Yes, just saving
That's
lives.
not what I meant.
Well, what did you mean?
Tiffany.
I'm happy to bring her into the fold now.
I know I shouldn't blame you.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just let it out.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it all. I saw his remains, Bruce. There was hardly anything left.
Oh.
What were you guys working on that could have caused that? It doesn't quite add up.
I'll tell you later.
Please tell me.
Tiffany, I will tell you soon. Just not here.
What do you mean? Why not?
It's not the right time.
God, Bruce. What are you mixed up in? Fine. Just tell me one thing. That weird disc. Was that what killed him? Did you put my father's life at risk for that? I'm begging you. Just tell me that one thing.
I thought it was safe, Tiffany. I really did. I had no idea Lucius could get hurt. Please forgive me.
Forgive you? I hope you can forgive yourself.
Oh, okay. Guess we should have lied to
Whatever
him.
you got my father into, I will find out.
I said I'd tell
Shout
you.
it to the world.
We said we'd tell her. What the hell? That was designed to never work out. I chose the best options to tell her the truth.
So sorry, really. It's such a shame.
What he was doing.
Went out with a bang, right? Yeah, for that, we can all be grateful.
You knew my father.
Well, no, but judging by all the lovely people here, he must have been quite a man. Either that, or he left a lot of money.
Excuse me?
Just saying.
Hey, how about giving Tiffany some space? Huh?
Bruce! Hey, buddy! It's good to see you.
Come on, man. She's been through a lot.
You're absolutely right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Look, I know it's a closed casket, but I can see by the jeans, your friend was a looker, huh?
Why are you here, John?
I told you I'd see you again, didn't I? You and me, we're two threads in the same stitch.
No.
Look, I got you a little something, just to mark the occasion.
Sorry to hear you're sick. I don't want to take it. Fine. Oh, wait.
I got it wrong, didn't I?
Yeah.
Damn it!
Hey, keep it down.
Okay. I did
Gotta
get
be
some
quiet as
rejects.
church mice, right?
I wanted to see what was written in it there.
It hasn't been easy for me out here, you know? I'm the new guy now. It's the freedom that gets to you. There's so damn much you hardly know what to do with it. It's not like Arkham.
He wasn't ready for the
I
world.
miss those padded walls.
Yeah, just send him back.
You knew where the lines were drawn. Which ones not to cross.
You can't possibly mean that. Arkham is hell.
It was my home, Bruce. And home is where the heart is. I'm almost sorry that I convinced Dr. Leland to release me.
If everyone could please take their seats, we will begin.
Would you
just sit down?
Today we gather to honor the memory of Lucius Fox. He was a friend, a father, a husband, a leader.
You are crashing my friend's funeral, John. You better have a good reason.
Oh, I do. I need that, favor you owe me.
I don't know your favor.
You know, you might have been a little reluctant at the time, but if it wasn't for me, you'd still be in Arkham. You're sleeping off your meds in the rec room with Zaz. You're gonna do right by me, aren't you? I know you're a man of your word.
I never made that promise.
I got into a lot of trouble for what we did, Bruce. You saw that place, saw those doctors.
Matthew tells us, blessed are
You see, I met some inspiring people out here. Made some new friends. Made a kind of pact. They're amazing, Bruce. That special breed who live by their own rules. They remind me of you. Of your father.
So who are they?
You'll find out when you meet them. They're looking to bring someone like you into the fold.
The Court of Owls.
Maybe
Already.
you will meet them for me, won't you? Please, I've got a lot writing on this. I already told them you would. Please don't let me down. Don't freeze me out, please. Disappointing. You know, I spoke so highly of you. I told them you'd fit right in. Just makes me want, I don't know, lash out.
I wanted to cooperate, but I couldn't find the nice action.
We're here to mourn. Please.
You shush me again. You'll be mourning the loss of your teeth.
Oh, easy, easy, John. Take a deep breath, okay? Calm down.
You're right, Bruce.
I hope we don't play his conscience the whole
That
time.
outburst, it's antisocial, I know. Dr. Leland says I have a hard time handling rejection. I think it's the stress. You see, I've got this enemy. Real piece of work. Calls himself the Riddler.
Oh?
How do you know the Riddler?
Know him? I want to rip his eyeballs out. He's a thief and a killer, and worst of all, he's rude. I tried to let the authorities know the kind of lowlife they're dealing with, but... Wait a minute, you know him too. Of course, a man of Bruce Wayne's caliber knows everyone, but I shouldn't be surprised. Not your usual crowd, though. Or so I thought.
If I ever get my hands on him, I will tear him apart.
Oh, you don't know how glad that makes me, Bruce.
Oh man,
You
that
and
was a
me,
bit over the top.
we've got the
that.
same taste in people. If I had my way, that smarmy know-it-all would never leave his hole.
You mean his hole? You know where he is.
No, not exactly, no. Maybe I said too much.
I'm your friend, John. You can trust me.
No.
Trust is the mainstay of any healthy
I
relationship.
just want to use the dialogue choice.
I want that for us,
that.
Bruce. I really do. Yeah, I really don't know much. I heard the egomaniac always made people go to him for meetings.
I didn't want to say
Somewhere
we're his
in the
friend.
East End.
Just
Where
that he
in
could
the East
trust
End?
us.
Honestly, that's all I know.
Damn
And
it.
even that might be out of date. If you're so eager to find him, why don't you let me help you? I'll find out where he is and get back to you. See if I can't find out where that jerk puts his head down. It'd be just like the old days.
I would appreciate that, John.
That's what friends are for, Bruce. Just meet mine later, like I asked.
And I will
Look,
say yes
I
to
think
that.
I
They
outstayed
won't
my
let me.
welcome here. I'm just gonna slip away. Excuse me. Sorry.
Took a long time just to sit there.
It's been so nice catching up, Bruce. I miss this. This trust between us.
I know we'll see each other again soon.
Be in touch.
I'll be back. I'm not going to put a track on.
Until next time.
Intriguing fellow. Certainly not one for decorum. I don't think that outburst went unnoticed.
Whatever you say about John, he gave me a lead on Riddler's location. Inform Gordon. Tell him to drag up GCPD records on Gotham's East End. And tell him we're on Riddler's trail.
So many options there I picked didn't actually correspond to what I picked. Achievement 1.4, a friend in need. GCPD.
Enjoying the view?
Hard to do these days. There's one thing for the bad parts of town to get uglier. But when places like Wayne Tower start falling apart, makes you wonder what's next. I'll bet Bruce Wayne is wondering the same thing. Seems like the world's got it out for that guy. Spends some time in Arkham, gets drugged through the dirt by the media for something he didn't do. Finally picks himself up. What happens? Someone bombs his company.
Bruce Wayne picked himself up once. He could do it again.
Well, he certainly showed us that much, didn't he? You said you had a lead on Riddler.
Hiding somewhere in East End.
Why am I not surprised? East End's been a no-man's land since Harvey Dent blew it up.
Oh.
I've tried to get more patrols out there, but City Hall's not giving up the funds. The area between 42nd and 48th, more or less lawless.
That narrows down the search at least.
A lot. So, 44th, 43rd, 46th, and okay.
The land at the end of 44th was recently purchased, anonymously.
The only thing there is an old water tower. Something feels fishy about that. My gut tells me that's the place.
Agreed.
Okay. I don't know
Nice
what the others
work,
would have said.
If this lead pans out, Waller will have to eat her words. Whatever you said to her at the casino really got up her nose. I have to tell you, I got a bad feeling about her.
How so?
It's the way she goes after criminals. She's ruthless. Puts her people at risk. And believe me, she doesn't let due process get in her way. She'll stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, to get her man. It doesn't sit right with me. And I don't think she's good for Gotham.
We all need to draw a line somewhere. It's what separates us from the scum we're trying to catch.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Yeah.
The thing with Waller is her line's real blurry. Sometimes you can't see it at all.
Not at all, no.
I
Especially in the
was
Suicide
ordered to
Squad
give her
movie.
updates on breaks in the Riddler case. If there's a chance he's there, we should probably let her know. Don't want to give her ammunition with the governor. She's already got him breathing down my neck about what went down at the casino.
I don't want Waller involved. You and I can handle Riddler.
Yep.
Just like it's always been.
Glad to see we're on the same page. We gotta watch out for her. She moved her people into my downtown precinct without so much as a please or thank you. I tell you, Batman, she keeps on chipping away at my authority. I'm gonna crack.
Then let's find Riddler before it comes to that.
I'll grab a car and meet you at Riddler's hideout. Riddler won't feel so clever after we come knocking.
Indeed. Found immediately. Pretty amateurish hiding place. East End. Very green. Okay, pretty big water tower.
No one's home.
I kept Waller and her agency people out of the loop on this. It's just the two of us.
We can handle this without her.
Not exactly cozy, is it?
Let's see what we can learn.
Not exactly cozy, he says to the guy who spends most of his time in a cave.
Someone's keeping a scrapbook.
Vain, isn't he?
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Mm-hmm. So it was a trap.
Damn it! It's stuck!
No way to open it from the inside.
Then how do we get out?
Isn't it obvious?
We go in.
After you.
To get out, you must first go in. Still the heads on safes.
Give me a good, honest crack house any day.
Is this some kind of game show type thing where you pick a safe and have consequences?
Oh, God.
Special Agent Mario Fernandez.
Holy crap.
Oh.
He's one of Waller's.
They already got here.
One of his pupils is fully dilated, the other's contracted. A clear sign of brain trauma.
Huh. There's no sign of a blow to the head.
Sonic?
The man bit his tongue clean through.
He must have suffered a shock, or a sudden jolt. There's some hemorrhaging from the ears.
Sonic.
His eardrums must have burst.
Yep.
He's missing parts of his fingers on the right hand.
Ah, just like that person.
We saw this before. The victim in the casino.
Yeah. We played the same game?
One shoe is missing.
The soul of the other one's almost completely melted through.
That's a shock. As in, literal electric shock.
He was trying to call for help. The phone isn't getting a signal.
Damn it. Me either. That's a hell of an invitation.
Riddler's playing games.
Bet he tried to play along.
We can learn from his mistakes. Let's find out what he did wrong.
Yes. Shoe.
One shoe, melted.
Must belong to poor Cinderella over there.
Obviously. Safes.
Masks. Each one missing a different facial feature.
The senses. They're missing their senses.
Like the monkey statues.
You're right. There must be a connection.
There are blades inside.
And a lot of blood. Huh. We know Riddler likes penalizing his victims for wrong answers.
Right, but what symbol is on the front of it, I would like to know.
Safes with electronic locks.
Yeah.
Shut tight.
These must be the goal of whatever game we're playing.
It's the ear symbol on that open one.
The agent must have been looking for the answer at one of these safes.
He chose the wrong one. Cost him his fingers.
Ooh.
Scratches on the monitor. The polarizing filter has been tampered with.
Like in sunglasses.
Monitors typically have a polarizing filter to reduce reflection.
I don't see anything.
Impossible to see with the naked eye. We're going to have to look at it through a polarized lens.
Okay. So you need lenses around. Same statue.
More monkey statues.
I'm starting to sense a theme here.
Monkey see, monkey do.
That's an agency issue pistol. Packs a hell of a jolt.
I saw it take down Riddler's goons at the casino. It was impressive.
Yeah, very.
Gotta give it to Waller. Her people have great tech.
So if you chose to fund the GCPD instead in the last game, but the GCPD have these tase guns, stun guns.
Take a look at this.
Huh. Well, that's the same kind of body cam the GCPD issues its officers.
Maybe there's a clue on the recording.
Can't hurt to look.
Because you've been so candid with me, I'm giving you a chance your other comrades won't get. A chance at getting out of this alive.
We'll catch you. The agency, they'll find...
I shouldn't have to remind you that you've been chasing me for years. And I've always been 2 steps ahead. If you win the game, I'll let you go free. And you'll get a consolation prize. An exclusive sneak peek into how I'm going to kill all of your colleagues. Now, how is that for motivation? Screw you!
Oof.
He had the agent bound while he beat him.
Something about the floor.
Another one of Riddler's sick contraptions.
Some kind of murder box, I guess. Well, he was always a wacko, but this takes it to a new level.
Acid. That was used at the bottom.
Won't budge. Must be locked in place. The glass. It's polarized.
So it is.
So he can see the message.
Turn me round, but not the right way, and you might live to see another day.
So turn it left.
What does it mean?
Not right, left.
It's still warm. There must be some kind of heating element underneath.
This thing is built like an oven.
Okay.
You could be cooked alive in there.
So that is what happened when he got cooked.
The floor of the box heated up while the agent was inside. He tried standing on one foot to save the other, causing that shoe to catch on fire. When he exited the box, he tried to put the fire out, but couldn't, so he threw off his shoe.
At least he didn't get stuck in there.
Come here. No matter how careful Riddler is, chances are good he hasn't scrubbed his own computer.
Good call. It's worth checking out.
I was wondering why I couldn't access it. Because we needed Jim to tell us it's there, and to use it. Yes, the master detective had to be told to use the computer. Read arms dealer email. You win from
He sold technology to Riddler.
Talk about strange bedfellows. You know,
I didn't read it.
Waller's been keeping pretty
for them
tight
to finish
tabs
talking.
on Maury for a while now. She must have known.
There we go. Alright, I'll take the deal, just so long as you stay away from my family. You can pick up the products at the usual place. I'll remind you that I've complied with all of your requests up to this point. After this transaction, we're done. Co-worker. Sticks to the plan from H.
Riddler's not working alone.
Just wonderful.
Hatter?
More psychos to worry about.
E.
He and his colleagues. They don't see eye to eye. Apparently they don't like his beef with me.
Hey, maybe we'll get lucky and they'll kill each other.
Yep. Tend to get lucky like that a lot in the comics. E. For some reason... No. E. For someone so smart, you sometimes act real stupid. Those resources were not for your crackpot feud with Batman. You knew that and went ahead anyway. All you gain with your games is attention, which we don't really want right now. Which we really don't want right now. Stick to the plan, or we'll have to make changes.
I recognize some of the names on this list.
Avesta?
They're all Waller's people. Names, addresses,
Yeah, I recognize Avesta straight away.
We have to warn her.
First, we have to get out of here.
Well, if Riddler's under the assumption that people aren't going to get out of here, then he doesn't need to clean his computer, does he? Alright, clearly this is about the window.
If this door were closed, the portal would be looking right at those monitors. Since the monitors have been tampered with, it's likely there's a message on it. One that can only be seen with a polarized lens.
You won't know until you're inside the box, though.
Or get a mirror and look through it while it's where it is now.
You got a VR in that cowl or something?
Something like that. I've got all the pieces of Riddler's puzzle. Now I need to know what order they happened in.
It's AR, actually. Alright, so what's up with this? It said look at. Can I cancel?
Another dead end. I need to keep looking. No connection there. The agent woke up here where his body cam fell off. Once he found he couldn't call for help, he saw the message on the monitors and willingly put himself inside the murder box. The agent's shoe caught fire inside the murder box, so he opened it in a panic. As soon as he was out of the box, he ripped off the burning shoe and threw it. Somewhere in the confusion, he must have missed something crucial. From where he lost his shoe, the agent beelined for the wall of safes.
So the clue is probably telling him to open
but chose poorly.
A safe.
The blade sliced off his fingers. And there he met his end. Though it's still unclear how and when his eardrums could have burst. The agent made a number of mistakes. Mistakes we can avoid. The heat inside the box forced him to run out before he
could get Riddler's next clue.
Yep.
Poor bastard couldn't withstand the heat.
The Batsuit's armor is heat resistant.
Hey, that sounds
It'll
right.
buy me more time to find Riddler's next clue. Getting inside the box and starting the game is the only way we're getting out of here.
This is insane. You know that, right? The last man who went in there is dead. There's a good chance it'll kill you too.
Don't worry, Jim. I'm not going to lose this game.
I'm not so sure. But if you say a thing, you usually do it.
Yep. I wasn't going to ask him if he'd rather go in because knowing this game, it might actually make it go.
Heat's rising, Batman.
I can almost make out a message. One won't see trouble and one tells no lies. Ask the third if he hides the prize.
The monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. But which one is he referring to?
Whichever one it is, the correct safe will have a face with those sensors removed.
Yeah, I'll check. Ah, damn it. They're still locked shut.
They should unlock when I open this door.
One won't see trouble. Damn it. I was trying to read the thing.
It'll buy me more time to find Riddler's next clue. Getting inside the box and starting the game is the only way we're getting out of here.
This is insane. You know that, right?
Let's skip.
The last man who went in there is dead.
Don't worry, Jim. I'm not going to lose this
I'm not going to lose any day.
I'm not so sure. But if you say a thing, you usually do it.
Here we go.
He's rising, Batman.
I can almost make out a message.
Hurry the hell up already.
One won't see trouble and one tells no lies. Ask the third if he hides the prize.
It's the ears.
The monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. But which one is he referring to?
Whichever one it is, the correct safe will have a face with those senses removed.
Yeah, I'll check. Ah, damn it. They're still locked shut.
They should unlock when I open this door.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's the sun it goes on about.
Congratulations! You're almost done. That is, if you can withstand my short-range ultrasonic device. Let's test it out, shall we?
The riddle! Use it to open the safe! I'll put a stop to this damn noise!
It's that one. Why didn't you do that sooner?
Just in case.
Damn. Now, for the love of God, whatever's in that safe better be worth all this pain.
It's a bioweapon. Missile.
It's a homing missile.
What does it home in on?
Lucius.
Looking at its schematics now.
The previous one did.
A signal. A radio signal. A signal. That's how he died.
How who died?
Lucius.
That's how they'll all die.
Riddler.
Maury sold me missiles for all of my enemies. Everyone on my list gets one. Most won't even know what's coming. For a brief second, their dull existences will light up before going dark forever.
I'm closing in on you, Riddler. We escaped your twisted puzzle. It's only a matter of time before I find you.
Time is one thing you don't have. I'm trying to get a handle on you, Batman. Partnering with Gordon is one thing. From what I remember of the old days, he's harmless enough.
We'll see about that when you're in cuffs.
But the agency, they're a natural enemy to people like you and me. You must be desperate if you're making friends with them. You must be really up against the ropes to want that government scum in your corner.
They're no friends of mine.
No, they're not. They'll smile to your face to get what they want. The agency uses people, Batman. Corrupts them, breaks their minds.
Is this whole
I wasn't
series going to be
always
about
like
the agency
this.
then?
The agency made me.
Oh, this is garbage. Yeah, Waller's a hard-ass, sure, but she had nothing to do with why he's so messed up.
I didn't say Waller, did I? This goes way before her time. But I don't forget. That's the thing about having a mind like mine. You remember everything. Even the things you'd rather not.
Whatever happened to you, it doesn't let you off the hook. You're still responsible for all the pain you've caused.
You think I'm asking for mercy? I was running things in Gotham before you could walk. I just wanted to see if the man who claims he fights for justice is really as good as he believes. But then, you already answered that for me, didn't you? When you offloaded my puzzle on your friend. Why don't you tell Gordon here what happened to Lucius Fox? Watch out, Commissioner. For all his preaching, Batman knows when to sacrifice a pawn to win the game.
Oh.
It was a smart move. Getting out of the way of the blast. Something only a pragmatist would do.
I would never give up an innocent life. Not even to save my own.
That's not what it looks like from here. Gordon doesn't know what to make of any of it. Trust is hard-earned, yet easily lost. Isn't it, Commissioner? Come on now. Don't get your tights in a twist. I knew you weren't sharp enough to do it on purpose. There's no room at the top for schoolboys who are too squeamish to fight in the gutter. You don't have what it takes to be a player in this town. Not without giving up those values you hold so dear. Game on!
Should explain to Jim what happened.
I'll wait for Waller and pass
At
over.
least slightly.
She won't be happy when she finds out Riddler knows about every agency operative in Gotham.
I don't blame her. If they were my cops, no one would be sleeping till we found this Riddler guy.
Just keep your eyes open, Jim. In the meantime, I'll stay on Riddler's tail.
Hey, hold up a sec. What Riddler said in there about the agency, smoke and mirrors, you ask me. But the thing about Lucius Fox and the blast at Wayne Tower...
Yep, here's the truth.
You gotta level with me. You got some connection with that Wayne Tech guy you didn't tell me about?
Yeah.
Lucius Fox was an ally of mine. That got him killed.
I gotta say, the fact I had to learn about it from Riddler instead of you, it doesn't sit right with me at all. I thought we had some trust, you and I. What do you expect me to do with this? Am I just supposed to sit on my hands? Pretend I never heard any of it?
Whatever you do, this has to stay between us.
Oh, does it? Because I, what, just happened to stumble into it?
You were never supposed to know.
I wasn't born yesterday. I know you probably have a network of civilians working for you. You can't do the kinds of things you do without a gigantic support system. If you really think it's important this stays between us, then I won't say a word. Batman. I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you. That was sweet of him. Achievement for 1.5, Made of Madness.
I heard your discussion with Commissioner Gordon. Now he knows that Lucius Fox and the Batman were allies. Gordon's dangerously close to figuring out who you are.
Yeah.
If he does find out, I have no idea how he'll react. It's not a chance you can afford to take.
He looked me straight in the eye, Alfred. He's been our friend a long time. He deserves to know.
I understand that, Bruce, but he's still too close for comfort.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, But he is. You were radio silent for so long. Tell me, did you find out how Lucius died?
Missile.
This is a missile I found in Riddler's workshop. The explosion at Wayne Tower. We were thinking about it all wrong.
No, I was thinking about it right from the start. It's just that this game decides to
The
be a
puzzle
little
wasn't
bit
an explosive.
slow.
It was an emitter. When it was solved, it emitted a signal. You heard it earlier.
Yeah, it was obvious.
If allowed to play too long, it becomes a launch signal.
Dear God, you did solve the box. We just didn't know it.
The Batcave scrambler blocked the signal.
Poor Lucius. Wayne Tower offered no such protections. Our tight little family has gotten smaller because of it. It was the three of us looking out for each other. Now it's two.
With Lucius gone, we need to find someone to take over his role.
No one could ever fill his shoes.
Yes, they could.
But you're right.
Lucius' daughter.
Between the Lady Arkham affair and losing Lucius in this gruesome fashion, it's clear we're up against a new class of criminal. This war of ours, it may be too much for us on our own. The list of agency operatives from Riddler's workshop. He plans to do the same thing to them.
It's a hit list. It's only useful if he has a way to target the agents, though. And I doubt he's sending them all puzzle boxes.
He's sending them something.
Hold on, let's just walk through it.
He could just be phoning them up and therefore playing the signal through the phone. When it gets heard at the other end, the missile goes.
He's hacked their cell phones. He could pinpoint the location of any one of these operatives.
Oh, all that. Why am I having to connect these like this?
He can broadcast his signal through their phone to make them a target of a missile strike.
Where's the launcher there?
If I can get a clean copy of the signal, yes.
We need the record. We'll just take it from the recording.
It's the only way I can get a clean version of the signal. It's pretty grim, Alfred. You don't have to watch.
Close your eye.
I can handle it. I've never been one to shy away from duty, however unpleasant it may be.
You are a rock, Alfred. Always able to count on you, huh? Even in the toughest times.
The last thing I want to do is let you down.
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking? What did you figure out?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce.
He knew he was going to die. Can you switch to audio only, please?
Tell Tiffany that I love her. That I'm sorry I wasn't around more.
Lucius?
We really made a difference, didn't we? Batman?
I shouldn't have watched this. I'll go get that tea, Master Bruce.
All right. Now I just need to create a filter to get a clean version of the signal. And then match up the points found in both sound files.
I don't really want to interrupt the stream, but to answer your question, Quiet, I can't really rush the game now, can I? The previous game was an hour to an hour and 20 per episode. And when I realised earlier that this is going to be a lot longer, I did say, I think it's going to be longer. I may end up not playing Rust at this point because it's taking a lot longer than expected.
Dwayne? Batman?
No. The two sounds have to be the same.
Enterprises. Enterprises. Riddler. Tower. Bruce. Batman? Tiffany. The disabling. Riddler. Riddler. Bruce. Tower. Enterprises.
Where is it? I have it here.
Bruce.
There it is.
Bruce. Bruce. Bruce.
The waveforms match.
Bruce. Tiffany. The disabling. Riddler. Tiffany. Tiffany.
It's a match. There. I've piggybacked onto Riddler's cell phone hack. They'll recognize any incoming signal match and shut down, negating a launch. Makes sense for me to have the signal on me as well.
What for?
Riddler still has functioning missiles. Once he finds out I've blocked his targets, he may decide to launch indiscriminately. But with the signal, I might be able to divert them. Tiffany gave me this the day Lucius died. Let's put it to good work.
I was wondering when this would play a part.
It's not a theory I really want to test.
So we had better find Riddler first.
There is always Riddler's second in command. Eli Nabel, arrested after his attack on the casino.
Hey.
None of the authorities have gotten anything out of him yet.
Unknown contact.
What is it?
That John guy from the funeral, from Arkham. Who actually sounds like he's keeping his word.
Rumi Mori arms dealer.
Mori, huh? John thinks that Mori can get us Riddler's location.
You believe him?
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Maybe we should go back to the beginning. Bring Rumi Mori up on the back computer.
I'm surprised he
Either of them could
Joker
potentially lead me to him.
The question is, which is more likely to help you?
Mori. Actually, this guy could give me some information.
Riddler's lieutenant.
Eli Nabel. Took a go at me in the casino. Put up quite a fight.
Cracking him will be tougher, more physical. Certainly a job for Batman. He's currently in Waller's custody in a GCPD holding cell.
So
interrogating Nabel there would be a visible endorsement of Waller's authority. Gordon won't like it.
No.
On the other hand...
Mori. Let's see Mori.
Mori's a businessman. Given the right incentive, he could be persuaded to talk. He sure can't have any love for Riddler after his attempted murder at the casino.
Yeah.
I'd say he'd respond better to a more genteel approach. Peer-to-peer as Bruce Wayne.
Let's do it.
However, the agency is watching him. If Waller finds out that Bruce Wayne sought a parley with Mori, she'll not be best pleased.
We're gonna see Mori.
I'll meet with Mori.
We're not going to endorse
Bruce
Waller.
Wayne can find a way to reason with him.
And Mori should want to give us information on the guy that's trying to kill him. It's a win-win. I have no idea how long this is going to be. I'm going to just Google it on the laptop. The Virago.
Waller's people are here, watching Mori. Riddler's agency data should make him easy to tag. I need you to keep an eye on him for me. Maybe cause a distraction if I need it.
Okay.
Gotta be careful here. All this attention must be annoying to a man like Mori. They're following his every move.
They're the same character.
I see them.
All of these agents were on Riddler's list. Even without access to their phones, he'll still try to kill them all somehow.
Do whatever it takes to find him, Bruce. I never want to see another video like the one with Lucius.
No time to waste.
Mr. Wayne, to what do we owe this honor?
Good evening, Mr. Mori. I've come to talk.
Good girl. Didn't have to be asked to leave.
Your visit is unexpected, Mr. Wayne. What can I do for you? A private matter between friends.
We have a mutual enemy, Mori. He can't go unchecked.
Men like you and I have many enemies, Mr. Wayne. I am sure we share more than one.
You know the one I mean.
The authorities are watching my every move. Apparently, I'm a person of interest. There's really not much I can offer you, other than a drink and a seat at the roulette wheel.
Information.
Not while I'm being shadowed.
We need privacy. Lose the agents.
Done. They just got an order to sweep the perimeter. Should give you a couple of minutes at least.
Impressive, Mr. Wayne.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
What can I do for you?
Information. About the Riddler.
Why would I do that?
What do you think? You just looked at your answer with fingers. Jeez. You're on his hit list.
You're on his list, Mori. He's gonna hit you with the same weapons you sold him. You and a lot of other people.
I dealt with that maniac, it's true. But I was done after the first delivery. Riddler wanted more. Everything he could get his hands on. He even wanted me to hand over one of my biotech companies. I said no.
That's why he attacked you.
You have no idea how crazy he is. I only wish I had known it sooner.
An arms dealer with a sudden bout of conscience.
He scared me. I was afraid he'd use my goods in the city.
He did.
After the explosion at Wayne Enterprises, it turns out I was right. I want you to know, I had no idea the Riddler had marked you as a target. I knew your father back when he was running Gotham. Our interests often aligned. I would never dishonor his memory. He was a friend, truly one of a kind.
Then you owe me, for my father's sake.
That was a long time ago, and favors go both ways. I can help you find the Riddler, Mr. Wayne. I sold him the missile array he's using to pick off his enemies. He won't be very far from it. Everything you need to find him is on that drive. But I need a favor from you first.
Oh dear.
A favor?
Waller has me detained here pending Riddler's trial. He controls all my accounts. I need to get out of the country, and in all haste. You can help with that. Otherwise, I fear my fate is a short, miserable life in a black prison. Somewhere deeply unpleasant.
I'm not here to negotiate, Mori. If you know where the Riddler is, you're going to tell me.
Be reasonable, Mr. Wayne. We're businessmen. I can't give you something for nothing. A chartered plane waits for me at the airport. The pilot will fly me to a safe haven in the Caribbean for the right price. All you have to do is authorize a transfer. You don't want me as an enemy, Mr. Wayne. Our agency friends will be back any second. Let's handle this quickly and without disturbance. Everyone gets what they want.
No deal.
Let's see what happens.
This could have been a lot easier for you, Maury.
You should kill me, Wayne, because I won't forget.
Bruce, Waller's agents are converging. Hurry up and get out of there.
Alfred, I've sent you Maury's information. Find me what I need, fast.
Damn it. That didn't go as planned. Hope it doesn't come back to bite us. A Lady of Dublin.
Armed men on board. This must be it. Be careful, Bruce. Who knows what the Riddler has up his sleeve?
I think this is going to be the end of it. If we're actually closing in on Riddler.
Do you see Riddler?
You won't get away with this. What do you think is going to happen?
I hear him. Need to get a better angle.
You'll see what's going to happen. My friends will all be here soon.
Oh no.
Then you'll see what this is all in aid of.
We found him.
You agency imbeciles really...
Maury's information turned out to be accurate. No sight of the missiles yet, though.
They must be here somewhere.
Calculations. All your idiot colleagues, too.
Hostages.
They appear to be more of Waller's agents.
Competence. The agency has a history of terrible...
A good spot for cover.
Your agency has been on my heels far too long. I'll give it to you. You're relentless. I'll admit it's going to feel satisfying to get my revenge on your predecessors. Even if you're really just a small part of my plan.
Wait for it.
You'll see what I mean soon, of course.
Don't want him raising an alarm. I'll move when he isn't looking.
They understand why. They'll recognize my brilliance. After all, I am uniquely qualified to see the big picture. It's often
I wanted to take him down.
Making people see that. You brought this on yourselves. All of you. You government clods really thought you were smarter than me. Well, you're not. You're just... It's clear you're in desperate need of some schooling.
My friends will be here soon. I'd keep your mouths shut until then.
Hostages first. When they're safe, I can find the missiles. Targeting on Lino.
Ready, Bruce.
Let the hostages go, Riddler.
You can't possibly think clunking a few heads is enough to make me roll over.
I'll do a little more than that.
Oversized vermin!
Batman! Batman!
Agent Avesta.
The floor, it's heating up!
And the other one?
Thanks, Batman. Hi.
What about the other guy?
Are you all right?
Very elaborate chamber.
Oh, God. Not more.
He's is the shock device.
Just something non-conductive.
I've memorized your playbook, Batman. I know all your shallow tricks.
I was wondering if someone would figure out how to counter some of his gadgets.
Mori was incapable of learning his lesson. I knew he'd lead you to me eventually. All part of the plan.
The missiles.
Bait. Just like the hostages were bait. I knew you couldn't bear to let these agents die. You care too much about the little people. That makes you weak. I saw how you saved Mori. I saw how angry you got about what happened to Fox.
I hurt a lot of people doing what I do. My code is how I stay human.
It's why I'm out here, and you're in there. About to meet your maker. My partners were supposed to be here to see this. I guess I can just show them the bodies. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Get them wrong, one of these agents gets torn apart.
No.
You won't get away with this.
You get them right, this happens. I designed this for you, Batman.
That's not very nice,
Gotham's
is it?
champion
I
of
thought he always wanted
justice
people to
will
figure it
die
out.
in an unfair puzzle. Let's get started. We have a lot to get through. I'm curious to see how you'll handle it all. Well, I can't make you, of course. But people will die if you don't, including the agent next to you. You can handle the sonic blasts. But her... I estimate 3 blasts at most before her insides rupture. This one should be easy, Batman. Close to the heart. I solved a puzzle box for the Bat. Now I'm dead. And I mean dismembered. Closed casket for sure, kind of dead. Who am I?
Lucius
If
Fox.
you know the answer, please say it. My colleagues will die otherwise.
Speak up, Batman. Which one of your dead friends am I?
Lucius.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Lucius Fox.
Very good, Batman. You saved a life. But...
Thank you.
Batman, don't answer any more of his questions.
No, Blake. I won't let you die.
It's 2 or 1. So I'm not
Number
going
2.
2.
Also, completely
It's the only
self-evident.
option.
I am black and blue and bleeding from the ears. Who am I?
Oh.
I think he means me.
Yeah.
Say it.
Don't you dare answer that!
Please. Don't let him die. Say it.
I need an answer. Or click, click, click!
Avesta. The answer is Agent Avesta.
You got it, Batman! Ha! Here's your prize.
Oh my god. Iman! What have you done?
Enough, Riddler. You made your point.
Just one more, Batman.
Are you serious, Casey? I changed it earlier. I saved it and everything. Oh, freaking hell. I changed the game, but not the title. Thank you. Someone mentioned it earlier, and I think it just didn't save when I changed it. Because I did call it Season 2 Begins. It's almost at the end anyway, so it's a bit late for this. Welcome back. Let's finish this. She's going to die, unfortunately.
Then it'll all be over.
I'll distract him. Just get us out of here.
I'm the sharpest mind you'll ever meet. The original genius with Gotham at my feet. Who am I?
You're Riddler. Riddler's the genius.
Well done, Agent. You answered so quickly, you almost deserve not to get the blast.
Come on, do something.
I'll fire one of the missiles.
What am I linking to? This?
You're much too slow, Batman.
No.
I think we're through.
No! Oh, thank goodness I can try again. I didn't want that to be permanent. Oh, that was bad. I waved my mouse around to try and find anything to link to it. It didn't appear, so pull a missile.
I'll fire one of the missiles.
At the cage.
Use the Batcam to make it target the cage.
And put her in it. In the seal.
And use Riddler's trap to protect Iman and myself from the explosion.
I like what you're saying, Agent Avesta, but you're not the one I need to hear it from.
Missile armed, ready to fire.
Who's the genius, Batman?
Me.
Who's on top of Gotham now? I want to hear it from you.
I am.
What are you doing? No!
Quick.
Impossible! You think you're clever, don't you? You don't impress me.
What a throw.
Who's the man who's got no time left?
The Riddler.
Thought you'd get such an easy one right.
Those missiles are aimed right at the city.
The answer is Batman.
Drone. Finally, enact the plan that we set out to do earlier. Oh, what's the title wearing? Lucky that didn't cost time to hit the city then. Not much ordnance at once. Anchor punch. Yeah. Why didn't you just do that from the start though? If it's that easy. You did very well. Good job, Agent.
Batman. Thank God.
I gotta get some treatment.
I didn't think we were going to make it. I thought...
You put yourself on the line for your friends. You saved them. Agent, are you okay?
My ears! I can't hear.
Oh.
It's over, Riddler.
Should blast him with the
Look
sonic.
forward to a padded cell.
Well, congratulations, Batman. You managed, even in my twisted game, to keep everyone alive. But at what cost? Agent Avesta suffered, so no one had to die. That can't sit well with you. Can it? Must be an uncomfortable feeling.
This entire twisted situation is your doing, Riddler. All blame is on you.
Yeah.
And so are the consequences.
You came after me, you know. Not the other way around.
You came after Gotham.
I made you hurt an innocent woman to get to me. Oh, my comrades would have been impressed. I set this all up to show them. I thought they'd back me up, even if they didn't agree.
Yes.
They left me here to deal with you alone.
The inside of his collar was transparent and we could see the city through it.
They betrayed me. They didn't come.
I look forward to meeting these friends of yours. They're next on my list.
Good. They deserve it.
Go on then. Give us a list of all these guys.
Unless...
The Court of Owls.
Unless that white-faced prick set me up. Never told them to meet me here.
You just get shot.
They broke the pact.
The pact?
Okay, so they defended themselves by not letting him give any information on them. But in doing so, it seems they broke their own rules.
Lock the ship down and radio for more medics. But... Riddler, is he... Oh, God damn it. Oh, this isn't good, Batman. The investigation is a dead end without a breathing suspect. We're in trouble. A lot of trouble. I have no idea how we're getting out of it.
Don't worry about it, Jim.
How am I not gonna worry? Oh, Waller is gonna come down on us like a thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt? I'm the whole goddamn hurricane. I'm about to blow both your asses off the side of this ship. This is a goddamn mess. Agent Avesta is dead. Riddler is dead. And I don't know exactly how. But I know you tampered with my suspect at the casino. Unless you expect me to believe that Maury's new neck brace is a fashion statement. Batman is clearly being misused as an asset to the GCPD. I'm taking direct control of law enforcement in Gotham, effective immediately.
What?
Gordon, you're being relieved of your stars. Bumped down to Deputy Ops.
You can't demote me.
I just did. Don't like it? Go cry to the governor. I generously let this cowboy crap with the Batman go on out of respect.
Gordon's been fighting the good fight for years. You're delusional if you think you can solve all our problems.
You're the ones who are deluded. You're so busy gazing into each other's eyes, you can't see the big picture. Take some vacation days, Gordon. I've got sensitive case details to discuss with Batman.
We're still in this together, Batman.
Yep.
This doesn't change a thing.
See you later, Jim.
This city is about to find itself in a crisis the likes of which it's never known. Riddler had a crew. Not just any crew. The worst criminal minds from all over the world, here in Gotham. You come across anything about them? I'm assuming you've heard of them by now.
Riddler expected his friends to back him up tonight. Guess he wasn't as popular as he thought.
That fits a theory we have. Evidence from his workshop suggests he was involved in a feud with another member of the group.
John Doe.
Dr. Harleen Quinzel, former psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum. She's very elusive. Keeps her head down. Much more so than that show-off Riddler. He was going to be my way in once we captured him alive. But now I have you to lean on.
Why did
a man who
she
lives
show us
on both sides of the line and knows exactly when to cross it.
She just showed us.
Yes. You and I will be working together.
Showed us her profile, but didn't say anything about it. Why?
Bruce Wayne.
Uh-oh. She knows. Achievement 1.6, riddle me this. Hey Jenny, welcome back, how you doing? And thank you for the host. That is the end. But I'll be back in a few minutes with Rust. So, how did it play out? Me and just over half the players left him untraumatized. She is impressed about standing up to Waller, but sorry about angering us with the questions. She did ask some weird questions, sort of psychopathic fascination with crazy villains, and traumatized by the torture she endured. Yeah, she's deaf now. How was it? It was really good. Yeah, episode 1 was a lot longer than the previous game. It's taken me 2 hours 40 minutes, and some of that was talking with the audience, but the previous game, each episode was an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. This is twice as long. You and 2/3 of players worked with Waller in a way that was strained. Yep, she's not happy about defending Gordon, annoyed about tampering with the witness, and because went behind the back, she will work with me begrudgingly, okay? Me and 2/3 of players saw Alfred become vengeful. He was proud about us saying we'd bring Riddler in the lawful way. Showing him the video of Lucius made him vengeful. Oh, filled him with vengeance, and he approves of our decision to take the drive by force. Okay. Oh man, I hate this. I hate this so much. I tried my best to make sure she was happy, but it went so wrong. It didn't really follow the options that I picked. Like, it had an abbreviation, a summary of a few words, and then the actual action didn't really match. So me and 3/4 of players left Tiffany furious. She was thrilled when we told her she could help with the puzzle box. At the funeral, she was consolidated about the concern for her, but because you told her the truth about endangering Lucius, she now feels betrayed. But I was trying to tell her the full truth, and we only got half of it. Just under half of us helped John become hopeful. At the funeral, he was pleased to see us. He was frustrated with himself when we didn't like his card. And even though he didn't agree to meet his friends, he's hopeful that you'll come around. Okay. Me and 3/4 players saw Gordon become steadfast. He appreciated us backing him up in front of Waller. Glad that we trusted him with the truth, and because he took his side against Waller's, he's steadfastly loyal to us. Nice. What did I tell Gordon about the connection to Lucius? Me and 4/5 of players that Lucius is an ally. Tiny amount said they wouldn't talk. Tinier amount said nothing, and a tiny amount said a lie. Most people wanted to be honest, which is very fair. Did you choose to visit Mori or Eli? We didn't want to play by Waller's rules, so we went to Mori. 3/4 of us. How did we get the drive? By force, because he wanted something we weren't going to give him. And it's for his own benefit too. I mean, we're saving his life. Just over half of us took it by force. Did you save her or the agents? Well, we were either going to let her die or 2 people die, so I chose to save the 2. Quiet, please stop talking about Rust when I'm in the middle of this. So 3/4 of us chose to save the other agents because it's 2 or 1. We obviously saved 2 lives. Me and 4/5 of players confessed to Gordon about Lucius being an ally. Me and 3/4 chose to visit Mori for information on the Riddler instead of going to Waller and surrendering to her way of doing things. Me and just over half players took the drive from Mori by force because it was for his and everyone's benefit, in fact. Me and 3/4 of players sacrificed Iman in order to save the other agents. We were kind of forced to do that, but yeah, that is what was chosen. Where's the next time on Batman the Telltale series? The Enemy Within. Here we go. Oh, there is no next time thing. Okay then. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that follow button to know when I'm next streaming Batman. But I will be back in a few minutes with the next stream, which is Rust, even though it's very late, so it's probably going to be a short stream. It's already 11 PM, so I don't want to be up too late. So I'll be back very shortly with Rust, and I will see you then. Once again, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. I did. Very much enjoyed this. It was a step up from the previous series. Not to say that the old one was bad, but this definitely feels more advanced. And I will see you in a few minutes.